trainers, and they were gonna go off. They were gonna go off to across the moors and go here and there, and I perched myself like about less than half a mile away from where they met up. There was an exit gate off of the moor, and I perched myself up there with a couple of walkie-talkies, and I says to them, look, it's 7 p.m, the temperature's dropping and it ain't gonna stop. It's gonna get down to like single figures, and if you haven't got the right gear and a decent tent, get yourselves back down out of it. It says it bites up here, and a lot of them, because they'd walked half a mile, and the day were done at 7:30, 8 o'clock. It was starting to get dark, and it was very quickly getting very cold. And if you hadn't got the right clothes and a decent tent, you were going to come a cropper. So it beat. I managed to persuade a lot of them to go down the track and back to civilization. But some of them weren't going to listen. They went off into a wide open space at that time of day. But like I say, there's no educating pork.
Yeah, Roger. I've been to Dartmoor, been to the few of the tours, and doing a bit of what was it? The predecessor to geocaching. I forget what it's called, where you find the stamps, and if you get the amount of stamps, you can create your own stamp there. So yes, and quite interesting, and a lot of interesting myths and legends surrounding Dartmoor there. Back to you.
Yeah, well, I'm probably 2.5, 3 miles east of Cadover Bridge. There's a famous place, Cadover Bridge. I'm sort of 2.5, 3 miles east of there, and I'm about a mile east of the Leemore clay pits. So yeah, if I go north from here, or northeast from here, you're very quickly out into the wilderness. Yeah, that's where I'm at, and I'm about 3 miles north of Ivy Bridge, so sort of northwest of Ivy Bridge, about 3 miles. So that's where I am. If you can make a mental image of that. Do you know Cadover at all?
Unfortunately, from 2E0HOQ, I'm not familiar with that part, but I've only been to Dartmoor once, so lovely place, but might go again one day. So yeah, but I'm not familiar with that there. But mainly the tour area of the tours. If I remember correctly, the army also use it for training purposes. There, back to you.
Yeah, M0ZCP returning. Yeah, if you go 7 or 8 miles west of me, there's the Bickley Barracks, on the edge of the moor. They've got a couple of 2 or 3 fields, and they're on the edge of the moor from there. So yeah, the commandos get out this way, and sometimes they chuck them in a coach, and drive them off in a coach and say, right, work your way back to base, or work your way back to a point on the map, and there'll be another coach to pick you up. So yeah, it's not somewhere, this end of the moors is not somewhere they use for the famous bits of training, like the major Marine Commando, the finishing march when they finish their course, or the 10 tours and that. The famous stuff don't seem to be down this way. That seems to be more the sort of Oakhampton side. That the sort of unofficial, organised on a shoestring sort of training does end up being around here, because it's nearer their barracks. Over.
Yeah, from 2E0HOQ, yes. There's also army barracks in Dorset. Sometimes when I go on holiday, you hear the army training. So yes, with various different calibers, quite interesting there. But anyway, I don't want to hold up SWAN NET, so I'll say 73. Thank you for the contact. Hope to catch you again. You have a nice evening, and take care. And this is 2E0HOQ clear.
2E0HOQ. Your audio's still a bit rough around the edges. I don't know why. You'll have to ask some of your local boys if it's you and your mic, or whether it's the linking system. Whether you sound nice and clear to a local station. What do I sound like? Am I coming through nice and clear?
Yeah, from 2E0HOQ, yes, you're coming through lovely, loud and clear. But sometimes when you go through one of the links, it does make your audio go a bit strange there. Back to you.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, no worries. Alright, I'll let you get on. Yeah, I do have DQ on a fair bit, so if you come on the system, I might do you again. Alright, best of 73, M0ZCP.
Yeah, M0ZCP, this is 2E0HOQ, yeah, 73, nice to catch you, and I hope to catch you again. 2E0HOQ clear.
Yeah.
Always leave a 3-second gap between transmissions.